Hello, and welcome to today's reading of the verse of the day. Today we're going to take a few short minutes and try and read from the book of John, the Gospel of John, chapter 14, verse 6. Jesus answered, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. So we're just going to take a few minutes to try and read and talk about this verse from the Gospel of John, and then we're going to take the rest of the day to try and think about this verse, all the places that it applies in our lives, and how we can try and understand this verse a little better. So it says, Jesus answered, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. John chapter 14, verse 6. So Jesus is talking about himself and his role in all of our lives. He is the way, the truth, and the life. And to come to talk and to be connected to God, our Father in heaven. No one comes to the Father except through me. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. John chapter 14, verse 6. I think this is one of the most famous verses of the Gospel of John. Everyone, I think, has heard, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. This is a very famous verse. And so we need to also not only think about our way, our truth, our life, and coming to the Father, but we also need to understand the significance of Jesus Christ. And also not just the significance. But his role, our own personal relationship with Jesus Christ, our own personal relationship with God, with our Father in heaven. Can we say our Father in heaven? What does this mean to us? What kind of a Father do we have that is not our earthly Father? We also have a heavenly Father. So Jesus answered, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. So this is quite a big statement, very important verse. We need to think about our way in life. Are we speaking the truth? What kind of truth are we realizing? What kind of truth do we have in our life? And what life are we leading? What life do we have? What kind of life are we working towards? Are we improving our life? Are we staying at the same place? Do we want to stay at this place where we are at forever, or what would we be able to do differently if suddenly this wasn't working for us anymore? So I'm going to read it once more. John chapter 14, verse 6. Jesus answered, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. The Gospel of John is the 43rd book of the Holy Bible. It is the 4th book of the New Testament. And we have read John chapter 14, verse 6. Okay, once more. Jesus answered, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. And that's it for our reading of the verse of the day. Thank you for tuning in, and see you another time.